Well, to say there's much more work to do is an understatement, especially when it comes to my next guest. I'm joined in the studio by Prince, whose 15-year-old son, Cayeen, was stabbed to death in 2006 while trying to break up a fight in school. Mark, we were just talking. I can't believe it's nearly 20 years.
Shocking.
But I also can't believe you've been campaigning for that whole time, and here we are, still talking about it. How does that make you feel?
I was just saying to you, what was that film called? And just remembered it was Groundhog Day. That's what I feel like. Whenever I'm coming to do the media work, it feels like Groundhog Day. I'm just speaking the same thing. The kids are giving us information. They're telling us what needs to happen. We're delivering on that, giving the kids opportunities. They want more sports. They want more mental health support at school. They want more activities. They want more employment opportunities. We're doing all of that. But it's like I'm telling the government, I'm telling the people that need to put things in place and action that, guys, we need a 10-year plan, a public health model that reaches the nation so we can start getting this work out.
I know you will have an awful lot of empathy with Ronan Kander's mum. She's campaigning now.
Listen, I've got nothing but credit for them. They lost their son in 2022. I know exactly how they're feeling and what they're going through. But I've been in this now for 18 years. I've got a lot of experience in the front line, the public health, the public first research that we've done, evidences exactly. We've gone and spoken to 1,000 young people, got their voices. So it's showing that it's the cause we need to focus on.
Not the symptoms.
Not the symptoms.
Not knife bans, not making it harder.
Knife bans, harsher policing, none of that. That's all symptomatic. We need to start dealing with the root causes. And those are the things that are talking about kids that are fearful in their area.
Because it's fear that makes them pick up a knife.
A lot of times there's that. Then there's money issues. There's kids that are drawn in because of the draw of money to try to earn money. So they get called into that. There's kids that are vulnerable. They might have autism, ADHD. They get drawn into this kind of behaviour because the kids see that there's a vulnerable kid, we can get them involved in it. You know, there's so many different layers to this, how children get drawn into this kind of youth violence. If we're not listening to the children and addressing it, we're always going to be going round, we stopped, we banned this, we done that, but it's not tackling the issue.
Because we call it knife crime. There it is on our screen, we're calling it knife crime. But it's what you're saying, it's not really about the knives. It's about the reasons why children are fearful, why they're in poverty, why they're turning to crime, why the other boy who killed Cayeen it was only a penknife he used, wasn't it? Why he took that to school.
Yeah, a camping knife.
So it's not really knife crime, it's a much bigger, deeper problem that we're not looking at. Is that what you think?
That's exactly what I'm saying, and that's what I have been saying. That's why it's Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Because I'm in here saying the same thing again. And why is it, how does it suit the people that can change the rules and allow these bans in, which on one hand are good, but on another hand, does it suit you to give us a tick box to say, well, we're seen to be doing something, but we're not actually addressing the root causes? We're just allowing this ban to go through because it will make us look like we're doing something about it.
Not addressing it, why? Because it takes too long, because it's too expensive, we don't have the money. What do you think is the reason?
Look, I'll be honest with you. You can't care about the future of young people if you haven't shown that you care. They need to show and demonstrate they care about the future of young people in this country. And it hasn't been shown. You said you cared about people when this virus came in and you put all these measures in straight away, stopped people's lives, stopped them from going out. How come the same attitude and mindset isn't going when our children are dying on the streets, blood on the streets of our kids? There's something wrong going up here with our children and we need to be there to help and support them. It's not punitive measures. It is support and help. That's what we need to be doing.
I was looking back before we came on air at videos of Cayeen, at the artist who created an adult likeness of Cayeen. He was people may not know that he was a really promising footballer, was playing for QPR. He was then put in that FIFA game as a QPR footballer. Incredible stuff. When you talk to young people, when they realise the impact of Cayeen dying has had on you, and we've been able to see through all these measures, all these things, what he most likely would have become. Does that hit home with young people? Do they realise the gravity of this?
Okay, let me really nail this. I don't really use that to help them to make it hit home. They need someone that's going to touch their heart and minds to help them to see their own life. They can't see what the damage they've done to mine and my family and all these people. They need to see what damage they're doing to themselves and their own future. So when I get them to understand their value and that they have purpose, number one, they're not used to hearing that message. They're not used to hearing how awesome that they are and how valuable, and they've got a gift that they're supposed to give to the world. And once their ears are pricked up to that, and then we get to show them that going this route won't get you there. Going this route does. Changing your mindset, thinking successful, believing in yourself, and then beginning to break down all the belief systems that they have, that they're not worthy, that they're only good for making criminal money and getting involved in gangs. And we show them a better route where they can still become successful, still earn money, still make their families proud. A lot of these kids are good kids. And once we do that and we begin to work with them and connect from a heart level, we start seeing the response, and it's a beautiful transformation.
Mark, it's great to have you here. It's great to hear you talking about this. I know it's not what you wanted to do 19 years ago and you'd do anything to change it, but hearing you talk, it's hard not to be persuaded. Thank you so much.
We need that help because we're still doing the work. If the government's not going to make changes, we need the public to help us to make it. Let's make it happen.
Appreciate